Arsenal 2. I repeat, Arsenal 2, Olympiacos 0. And listen, there's a few things I want to speak about this game. And personally, some of the stuff I've been hearing, I just kind of have to call it out, innit? But before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new here and hit that thumbs up button if you like what you're hearing, or if you're just supporting the content. It would be amazing if you guys did that. But let's just get into the game, innit? Because there's a few things that I really want to speak about. And one of them is the return of my boy O. Now, as a football fan, put the rivalries aside. I think a lot of people who watch my content know that I am someone who's been, always been a big fan of Odegaard. I think he's a top player. And I think the opinions on him, I think, have gone overboard in the sense that he's washed. He's not the same player. I did maybe agree with the taking away of the armband to maybe alleviate the pressure a little bit. But as a player, quality-wise, I think he's top. I think he's wonderful. And when he's on it, very difficult to stop. Keeps it ticking, can beat a player, strikes the ball cleanly when he's on it. And again, there's times where his finishing and shooting a bit janky. But for me, that Odegaard performance today, and he could even argue, like, at the end, his cameo against Newcastle was very good as well. O was sourcing today. O was seriously sourcing. And I don't even know what his stats were. Usually I have some stats for you guys, innit? But I saw, yeah, what I needed to see with Odegaard. I'm going to check now to see what his stats were. The gliders. He had the gliders on today. Some of the through balls to Gyökeres, it was disgusting. The weight of pass, the swerve, the last minute body feints, keeping it ticking, maintaining the attacks, even breaking up play at times. There wasn't a single thing that he didn't do today that made me go raw. When Odegaard has a runner in behind, we see a better Odegaard.
Imagine I did this video and I posted it. So if you're like the 300-400 people that watched it, yeah, the audio wasn't working. But please smash the likes, boost the video if you don't mind. Subscribe if you're brand new. Going to talk about the Arsenal game, of course. And it kind of just justifies everything I've been saying in the morning when I did post that, Arsenal are favourites now. But I think today's performance justifies why, not just me, but why others also think alike. But anyways, again, a must reminder, just in case you didn't catch it the first time, like the video. I'm going to break it down in the first half for you people. And whether you agree with me or not, get in the comments, share your thoughts. You know exactly what to do. And I will reply it. And I will see if you lot disagree with me. But I was just having on a live and there was a discussion around David Raya and world class. And I'm telling you right now, why is it when it comes to Arsenal and certain players, and you know what, it's just, truth be told, drop the tribalism. David Raya is world class. You can't tell me more than 5 keepers better than this man in world football, other than Alisson. I think there's Donnarumma, and of course Courtois. And after that, you're pretty much scrambling for names. Don't tell me Jan Oblak, Sommer, and Neuer these days, because that's just not the case, is it? We already know Alisson's the best. Now, when it comes to this position, look at today, and it's not just today. He made a world-class save. Yeah, it was going top bins, proper goalkeeper. There's not really much of a weakness in his game I'm finding, right? A little bit like Casillas, shorter goalkeeper, but very agile. Now, the way I'm looking at Raya is, yeah, cool. He's got a little bit of a bozo moment in him, but I think most, if not all, goalkeepers do. I don't know one goalkeeper that doesn't. Today, even just setting the tempo from early, passing it into midfield, it was absolutely sublime, right? Slotted it, the weight of pass, and he's been doing that over and over again for the last few seasons as well. You even got to look at Brentford. That's where his journey really started for me, not Blackburn, and he was up there with the top save percentages and whatnot. This guy's been doing it. He's really good. I just feel he's not getting as much flowers because he is at Arsenal, right? And today kind of just proves, even in the Champions League, he's been doing it. It doesn't really take a lot to be a world-class goalkeeper these days, but I feel like he kind of deserves that status. You can't tell me, but what has he won? Because then I can just go back to, okay, what did Harry Kane win at Tottenham? He was world-class at Tottenham.
You know what? There is a lot of people that talk about like the Champions League and Arsenal chances. They never won the Champions League and all this stuff. However, there are many things about Arsenal, that win against Olympiacos. In the same time that Man City drew against Monaco, Barcelona lost to PSG. Arsenal playing today against Olympiacos, it looks like an easy game, and it was an easy game. Arsenal could have won that 10-0. But it was a performance that is if you look at it, it's industrial. And it actually shows you that Arsenal are not only, they are trying to compete for the league, they are trying to win the Premier League. However, after a quarter-final in the Champions League, a semi-final last season, my team, Inter, I'm looking at Arsenal and I'm thinking, yeah, this team is kind of dangerous because the only two teams that kept both clean sheets are Inter and Arsenal in the Champions League. Yes, Arsenal played only Athletic Bilbao and Olympiacos, but they kept 2 clean sheets, scoring 4 goals. So you look at this, especially when Arsenal doing all these changes in the team. We're going to talk about the game against Olympiacos. I'm going to give you my thoughts about what are the chances of Arsenal actually going all the way in the Champions League. But before we do on, this is Footy Judge Mo. Hit the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 50K. Your like on this video, your comment on this video. So I want to get a like for every view to push the video to the new viewers, to get more people to watch. If you're a rival, let me know what you think about what I'm saying. If I'm being biased, if people are saying I'm glazing Arsenal, whatever, just let me know what you think about what I say. Hit the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe. I'm going to start by a couple of things. Arsenal made tons of changes today. Mikel Merino in the midfield, Trossard, Martinelli, both on each side. They are not the starters. Ben White on the right side and Miles Kelly. That is about 5 subs from the team that has been playing. Odegaard is just came back, and I'm going to talk about Odegaard performance because I thought it was scintillating today, actually. The way he played these balls behind the defense was absolutely scintillating. And I got to be honest. But before, I want to start by saying that is the depth that everyone is talking about. When you are able in a Champions League game, yes, it's at the Emirates, to actually make 5 changes to your 6 changes to your starting 11 from last game. Remember, or 5, if I'm not mistaken, 5 changes.
First of all, Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, is this a joke? Is this a joke, Martin Odegaard? Because what has happened to Martin Odegaard these last 2-3 games? Since Eze has come in, Martin Odegaard has been unbelievable, with moments on the left as well. Martin Odegaard was phenomenal in that first half. That first half performance from Martin Odegaard is the best I've seen him in a long time. The cameo from Martin Odegaard versus Newcastle was incredible. What is going on, Martin Odegaard? Are you joking with us again? He looks back to his best. It's like Eze's come in. He's realised he's got to step up. There's a bit of competition for his place there. Wow.
Why is it that most football fans think it's an impossibility for Arsenal to win the Champions League this season? Like, some of you think that it can never ever happen. I'm not saying to happen, no. But having watched all the teams so far in the Champions League, I stand by what I've been saying since the season started. Arsenal has the best defense in the world. The most solid defense in the world. And they have enough quality to score goals. They have improved their creativity, which was their main issue. And it is showing. So I'm thinking, last season they got to the semi-final. We said that they cannot beat Real Madrid. They pumped them home and away. Against PSG, that was the team that defeated them. And now I'm thinking, after what PSG this night against Barca, apart from PSG, how many teams are actually better than Arsenal? 100%. How many teams will play Arsenal in a 2-legged tie like this and beat them? Like over 2 legs. Now, in knockout fixtures, something might go in your way. PSG might not be in your pathway. Yes. And you might not even face PSG at all throughout the Champions League, and you go and take your European trophy. I know we always say that Arsenal has no European pedigree. That's true. They have no Champions League, no Europa League. Fine. But PSG was also that last season, and they still walked the Champions League. They absolutely dominated their way to the Champions League. Why can't that happen with Arsenal? Let's be honest here. Yes, I don't want that to happen. I'm the last person to want that to happen. But watching the football being played, it is a possibility. Look at that today again. A rotated squad versus Olympiacos. If you know Arsenal's history to Olympiacos, they used to give Arsenal a problem. With this rotated squad, they still dominated and won them. Arsenal fans, how does it feel? Tell me, how does it feel to watch your team play dominant football, beautiful football, and still get your 3 points and still keep a clean sheet? At least you dominate. might not be the Barca or PSG type of football, but you dominate and your defense is better than both of those teams. So you have your own positives that in your favor over those other teams. How does it feel? Because recently, Liverpool, yes, I know I've gotten the most wins of any Premier League team, but the dominance has been lacking. Like the sheer dominance that coming out of a game, I didn't just deserve 3 points. I deserved more goals. I deserve, like, it's missing. And Arsenal is doing that to a very high level, both in league and in Champions League. The main negative from today is that Gabriel got injured. Let's see if his injury is that serious. But I think Mosquera can step up. He has shown that he can step up.